Have you ever looked at your debt and felt like it was alive, growing, breathing, and chasing you no matter how fast you run? That was me just a year ago. I had over $10,000 of debt sitting across multiple credit cards, payday loans, and one ugly personal loan I'd taken out to fix things. Every month I paid a little here, a little there, thinking I was doing fine. But my balance never went down. In fact, it grew. Interest kept compounding, late fees slipped in, and I realized I was working hard not to make progress but just to stay still. Until I stumbled across something that changed everything, a viral 2025 twist on the old snowball debt method. I tried it, I tracked it, and I paid off $10,000 faster than I thought was humanly possible. And today I'm going to show you exactly how. Before we dive in, welcome to Cash Lens DR, where we turn complex money problems into simple, actionable solutions. My name is DR, and if you're new here, this channel is all about helping you take control of your finances, build wealth, and design a life of peace and freedom. So before we go any further, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, and comment below where you're watching from, because in the next few minutes I'm going to hand you the same blueprint that took me from buried in debt to breathing easy again. Now let's start with the truth. Debt isn't just numbers. Debt is emotion. It's stress, guilt, and anxiety woven into every paycheck. It's waking up every morning knowing you owe more than you own. And the worst part? The system is designed to make it feel normal. Credit cards tell you to pay the minimum. Lenders promise low monthly payments. But what they don't tell you is that paying the minimum means staying in debt for decades. It's a trap, a beautifully disguised one. And the more you feed it, the stronger it gets. I know because I lived it. Every time I made a payment, I'd see a tiny dent in the balance, only to check again next month and realize it had grown back bigger than before. That's when I realized something had to change. That's when I discovered the snowball method, a simple concept popularized by financial coaches and debt-free communities. The idea is simple. Instead of attacking the biggest debt first, you focus on the smallest one. You pay minimums on everything else and throw every extra dollar at that one small debt until it's gone. Then you take the money you used to pay that debt and roll it into the next smallest one, and repeat. Like a snowball rolling downhill, your momentum grows with every victory. Each debt you eliminate builds confidence, energy, and speed. And while this sounds basic, psychology makes it powerful. Humans thrive on progress, not perfection. When you see a win, even a small one, your brain rewards you with dopamine and you're more likely to stay consistent. Consistency, not complexity, is what kills debt. But the version I used wasn't just the old snowball, it was the viral 2025 twist that's spreading like wildfire online right now. This new method keeps the foundation of the classic snowball but adds behavioral triggers, digital tracking, and what I call momentum stacking. Here's how it worked for me. I started by listing all my debts on paper, smallest to largest. Then I calculated my minimum payments for each and totaled them up. Seeing the full picture was painful but necessary. I chose my smallest debt first, a $600 credit card that had been haunting me for months. I didn't just make payments, I attacked it. Every time I got extra money, side income, refunds, even gift cash, I added it to that debt. But here's the twist, I didn't wait for the end of the month. Every time money hit my account, I made a micropayment that same day. Psychologically, this kept me engaged daily instead of waiting for one big moment. That's momentum stacking. Then I used automation. I set up automatic payments on all my debts so I could never forget. I scheduled them just 2 days after each paycheck. This way, I never had a chance to spend the money on anything else first. Out of sight, out of reach. And that's where the magic began. Within 2 months, I wiped out that $600 balance. That feeling, seeing one line item vanish, lit a fire in me like never before. I took the $50 I had been paying on that debt and added it to my next one, a $1,200 credit card. Now I was paying more each month without earning more, just by redirecting. In 5 months that one was gone too. And by month 8 I had crushed $5,000 worth of balances. But I didn't stop there. The viral hack's final ingredient was something I learned from behavioral finance experts online: visual tracking. I printed a simple chart and colored in boxes every time I made a payment. It sounds childish, but seeing that progress fill up gave me motivation every single day. I taped it to my fridge. It wasn't just a debt chart, it was a countdown to freedom. Every square filled was another day closer to peace. And here's the wild part. Once you start winning, you start to hate losing. I stopped making impulse purchases not because I couldn't afford them, but because they cost me progress. I didn't want to add more squares back to the chart. By month 10, I had knocked out over $10,000 of debt, without earning more, without extreme sacrifice, and without feeling deprived. All because I changed how I paid, not just how much I paid. That's the secret. The Snowball Hack works because it uses psychology, automation, and momentum to fight the three biggest enemies of financial progress: emotion, procrastination, and inconsistency. But let's talk about what could have gone wrong, because I made mistakes along the way too. At one point, I got overconfident and stopped budgeting properly. I assumed the snowball would handle itself. That's when I accidentally overspent 1 month and delayed a payment. It reminded me that automation only works when awareness stays sharp. You can't go on autopilot forever. Another pitfall was temptation. As I started seeing progress, I was tempted to reward myself. Dinners, gadgets, a treat-yourself purchase. That's the trap. You can celebrate small wins, but not at the cost of your bigger goal. Remember, the snowball can melt just as fast as it grows. Now let's pause for a second. If you're watching this and thinking, "That sounds great, but I barely have enough to make minimum payments," I hear you. I started there too. The key isn't how much you start with, it's that you start. Even if you only have $20 extra this week, use it. The power of the snowball isn't the size, it's the motion. Once you start rolling, momentum takes over. And if you can add side income, bonuses, or tax refunds, throw them in. Treat debt repayment like an emergency, because it is. Every day you wait, interest grows stronger. Every day you act, you grow stronger. One of the biggest changes this process gave me wasn't financial, it was mental. Before, I used to avoid checking my bank accounts. The numbers made me anxious. But after a few months, I couldn't wait to log in. I wanted to see progress. I wanted to see smaller balances. That's when I realized something profound. Debt isn't just a money problem, it's a mindset problem. When you're in debt, you're living in the past. You're paying for decisions you already made. When you're debt-free, you're finally living in the present. You control where your money goes. You make choices from power, not fear. Here's the truth most people miss. Debt freedom isn't about being rich. It's about control. The moment I cleared that $10,000, I didn't feel rich. I felt free. Suddenly, my paycheck was mine again. I could save, invest, breathe. And that's when real wealth starts. Not when you earn more, but when you stop giving your income away. If you're still doubting whether this works, let me remind you, people around the world are doing this every day. The debt snowball method has helped millions break free, but this 2025 version makes it faster, easier, and more consistent. Use micropayments to stay engaged. Automate to stay disciplined. Track visually to stay motivated. That's the trifecta. And once you've paid off your smallest debt, don't stop. Roll it into the next and the next until you see zero. Imagine waking up one morning, logging into your account, and seeing every balance at zero. No red notifications. No minimum payments due. Just peace. That feeling, that silence, is worth every ounce of effort you'll put in. Because money stress doesn't just kill your wallet, it kills your confidence, your creativity, your joy. And when you free yourself from that, you don't just have more money, you have more life. So here's what I want you to do. After this video, grab a piece of paper and write down every debt you owe, smallest to largest. Don't hide from it. Face it. Then choose one, just one, to attack first. Don't worry about perfection. Just start. That's your first push down the hill. And as you go, share your progress in the comments below. Tell me what your starting point is. Because when you declare your goal publicly, you hold yourself accountable. And who knows, your comment might inspire someone else to start too. If this video gave you clarity, motivation, or even just a spark of hope, make sure you like it, because that tells YouTube to share it with more people who need this exact message. Subscribe to Blissful Retirement Haven for weekly videos like this. Real financial stories, smart money habits, and strategies to build the freedom you deserve. And share this video with anyone you know drowning in debt. Sometimes all it takes is one idea to change everything. I used to believe getting out of debt was impossible. Now I know it's inevitable, if you start. The Snowball Debt Hack isn't magic. It's momentum, discipline, and belief wrapped into a system anyone can follow. You can either keep waiting for someday, or start today. The next chapter of your financial story is unwritten, and this is your pen. Your debt doesn't define you. Your habits do. And when you change those habits, you change your future. Don't let another month go by giving away your peace of mind. You've got this. One payment, one decision, one snowball at a time.